Hello everyone, we are group number 4 and this is our midterm presentation for MRP project. Our topic is EduDataX, a data literacy training program designed specifically for Ontario educators. My name is Mustafa Al-obaidi and I will be guiding you through the introduction and the project objective. So meet our team. Uh, like Hamza is our scientist and technical writer. Hrishi is a data analyst and software developer. I'm serving as a project leader, and Damilola is our AMM analytic. Together, we have combined our strength to deliver this solution. So, welcome to EduDataX. So, what is EduDataX? It is a game-changing training program that created to boost data literacy among, like from kindergarten till grade 12 teachers in Ontario. Why now? Because the education system is rapidly evolving and teachers expected to work more and more with the data. And who is it for? Primarily, as I mentioned earlier, from kindergarten till grade 12 teachers, but also school board and curriculum developer who support classroom learning. So we'll go to the background. Ontario teachers are facing growth pressure to make data information decision from tracking student progress to tailoring lesson plan. But many lack the training to interrupt and use the data effectively. This gap limits both teaching effectiveness and student outcome from learning. Edu feature analysis noticed this issue through the feedback from schools, and that where our project began. We'll move to the next slide, which is why Edu data matters. So EduDataX was developed in collaboration with Edu Photo Analytic Increment, and it is aligned closely with Ontario move toward a more data-driven education system. Our mission is simple: help teachers to build confidence in using a tool every day. It is a target to people who need it most: classroom educator and their support networks. Our object. So our core object, like the project has four main goals. First, to improve the data literacy and participating teachers. Second, create and deliver engaging interactive e-learning modules. Third, we are aiming for a 90% completion rate during pilot testing. And lastly, we want this to become a framework that can grow across other schools and districts in the future. Project scope. What is in scope? We are handling educator survey, designing three circular module, and piloting them on an e-learning platform. What's out of scope? We are not launching it province-wide just yet. We are also not building advanced content or integrating with the government database, and this stage our focus to build and test working prototype. When we finish, we expect to deliver a fully tested interface training tool. It will improve how teachers use data and help set model wider use. Most important will be strength future partnership between EDU and school across Ontario. And my colleagues will continue the rest of the presentation. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Damilola Jimoh. Let me take a quick walk through the business process visualization. The business process process is built behind the EduDataX and our data literacy training program for Ontario K-12 educators. This visualization helps explain how our idea becomes a tangible, scalable solution. At the center, at the center is EduFuture Analytics Inc., supported by internal team members and external stakeholders like teachers and school boards. The process begins with initial discussion and goal setting, led by our project lead, Mustafa. Once expectations are aligned, we hold a stakeholder meeting to confirm requirements. We then moved into internal review, gathering detailed specification, building the learning modules. These modules go through quality checks and iterate refinement before they are ready for pilot testing. Also, this slides, yeah, you see how we show each step is connected. There are key decisions points such as whether additional validation is required and quality checks along the way. Once the content is finalized, we access the readiness and process with approval and archiving. This ensures that the modules are not only educational but also ethical and technical standards. We then deploy those modules through the LMS for educators. And here we have the tools and the process overview. On the technical side, we apply a mixed method approach using Excel for entry and dashboards, SPSS for quantitative survey analysis, and manual coding for qualitative insights. Our development phases include curriculum and instructional design, LMS setup, pilot testing with feedback collection, and ultimately final deployment. Each stage loops in evaluation and feedback, which keeps the process agile and responsive to educators' need. To summarize our business process visualization, it isn't just a flow chart. It's a backbone of how edu data turns research into real impact. It ensures that we deliver high quality, ethical, and scalable training while involving all key stakeholders from start to finish. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. This is Syed Hamza, and I'm going to take the data analysis plan and explain from this point of view. So to ensure the EduDataX DataX project is both insightful and evidence-driven, so we have adopted a mixed method approach to data analysis. This strategy enables us to capture both the quantitative trends and the qualitative insights, offering a holistic understanding of participant experiences. So on the quantitative side, we are administering like pre and post training surveys to evaluate changes in educators' data literacy levels, while on the qualitative side, we are organizing focus group discussion with pilot participants to gather deeper feedback about the reusability, relevance, and instructional clarity of the training modules. Now, these narratives will be done and refined through the use of multiple tools, mainly Microsoft Excel, the statistical tool of SPSS, which is used for survey responses, and the visual dashboards that we will be using through Microsoft Power BI, and most probably the Tableau as well. Now, if we move on to the tools in action, so our different methods and tools that we'll be using is mentioned here that Microsoft Excel will primarily be used for data entry and summary statistic part of it, so which is the exploratory data analysis, also known as the EDA phase of our project. Similarly, for the SPSS, which allows us to run t-testing, ANOVA, and correlational matrices more efficiently. So this will be done on the quantitative side. For the qualitative front, we plan to perform thematic analysis of the focus group transcripts, either using the NVIVO or through structured manual coding that we can use Python for that purposes. Finally, our learning management system is not only the hosting platform for our training modules, but also serve as a tracking tool, capturing user engagement metrics such as module completion rates, time spent, and quiz performances, or any other sort of assessment done on it could be analyzed. So together, these tools form a robust ecosystem for conducting both exploratory and confirmatory analysis for our intervention. Now, if we keep going further towards the process work view, so the overall work process for this EduDataX initiative is structured into these 6 core phases that follow an agile yet methodological approach to educational product development. So the journey begins with the curriculum design, then going on to the instructional design, during which the content is transformed into interactive, pedagogical sound e-learning modules using multimedia elements, quizzes, and real-world scenarios. Following this, we move on to the third phase, the pilot testing, where a group will be selected from the educators within the entire region, and they will be invited to go through modules and provide initial feedback to us. Then the fourth phase is data collection phase, where we gather both quantitative and qualitative responses from the pilot participants. And this will lead us to the feedback integration stage, where the insights gained are systematically used to refine and improve the modules that we design. Finally, we arrive to the final deployment, where the polished product is approved by the client, by the documented archive for potential scaling and distribution across like different school boards in Ontario. Now, this will take us to when it involves distribution, public education, it involves the main thing, which is ethics and data management while doing this project. So how to keep it more responsible? So we will create a consent forms for teachers. We will make no students data collected, so that is more like double-blinded kind of experiment here. We should have to avoid the collection of personal student data. Our focus is solely on teacher experiences and training outcomes. So all data collected is double-blinded and stored on secure, password-protected system with encrypted access using encryption keys within the Python domain. Moreover, participants are informed of their right to withdraw from the study at any time without any consequences. And these ethical safeguards are pretty much aligned with the Georgian College research ethics policies as well, so ensuring that the study maintains credibility, transparency, and respect for all individuals involved. Now, to go to the management approach, like what is our strategy towards the management? So to manage the flow of documents, collaboration, and data throughout this project, we will have adopted a streamlined and secure management strategy. Our team, a group whole team, utilizes Microsoft SharePoint as a central hub for collaboration, document sharing, and task tracking. Each team member has a role-based access, ensuring that sensitive documents such as survey data, evaluation rubrics are only accessible to those directly responsible for them. This protects against accidental misuse and ensures accountability as well. In addition, we apply version control to all documents to track edits, maintain transparency, and avoid version control. All materials and data protocols follow the Georgian College Research Ethics Board guidelines, reinforcing our commitment to research integrity and professional conduct. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Hrishi Raj Sonar from Group 4 and I'm the data analyst of our group. I'm excited to walk you through the last part of our midterm presentation. So, we are building a data literacy training program for Ontario educators, and I'll cover the rollout plan, budget, risk, and communication. So the heart of this project is our phased implementation plan. Super important to get this right. We've got 5 steps. Phase 1, planning and research, from June 16 to June 30 with surveys and ethics stakes. Phase 2, content development, from July 1st to July 28th, builds out 3 modules with some peer reviews. Phase 3, LMS integration, July 29 to August 11, sets up the learning platform and tests it out. Phase 4, pilot testing and evaluation, August 12 to September 15, runs the pilot with feedback. Lastly, Phase 5, final handover, September 16 to December 5, policies it up and trains facilitators. This step-by-step approach keeps us on track and delivers a solid program. Let's talk about money. We budgeted 14,000 total. Planning gets 2,000, content 4,000, LMS 3,000, pilot 3,000, and handover 1,000. So the funding is done by EduFuture Analytics, our client, and Georgian College with some room to adjust if necessary. Contingency is 10% of the total budget. So these are the references we use closely, and here's a snapshot of the risk management plan that we have used in our document. So it flags out some LMS glitches and low turnouts with some simple fixes like early testing. And here's the screenshot for our communication plan, which keeps us connected with weekly team updates and monthly check-ins. So this is a placeholder for the YouTube submission of this presentation, and should be available very soon. That's my pace. Our phased plan, solid budget, and support systems set EduDataX up to sign. And thank you for listening to our presentation.